We're so happy to be together during these days in Tallinn. You've come from almost every European country and from further afield as well. I think of the group who are with us from Hong Kong especially, as pilgrims to Estonia, to pray and to share as a sign of hope on our continent and in our world today. You're tired after your long journeys, so I promise not to talk for too long. Archbishop Urmas Vilma of the Estonian Evangelical Lutheran Church and Regina from Missio Church in Tallinn are with us this evening, and I'd like to start by asking them a question. The Archbishop, what does it mean for your church to take part in this meeting?
First of all, it's probably the first gathering for so many young Christians coming together in Estonian history. And why it is important, you are all pilgrims of trust. But I really hope that when you go home, you will be ambassadors or messengers of trust for the not only present times, but also for the future, because you are deciders and shapers for the future, we all as young people.
Thank you, Archbishop, and especially for your invitation, the invitation which was in the name of the Council of Churches of Estonia, all the different churches of Estonia. Thank you. And Regina, what does this meeting mean for you as a young Estonian?
Ma arvan, et see on üks suurimaid võimalusi ja võimalusi selles mõttes, et eesmärke või siis selliseid nagu Jumala poolt antuid erilisi ilminguid, et meil on üldse nii palju võimalust majutada, omada sellist ühtsust, mida Eestis on tegelikult väga harva, ja avada oma koduüks ja süda inimestele, kes meie ümber on, ning võtta seda introvertsust natuke vähemaks, mis on eestlastele väga tavaline. Ja loomulikult ka seda, et eestlased võivad tunduda natukene võib-olla kalgid või külmad ja sellised napisõnalised, aga kui meil on siin võimalus suhelda paljude erinevate riikidega, siis ma arvan, et see on üks võimalus, kuidas me saame ka tulla, võib-olla rääkida introvertsusest, aga oma kestast välja ja tunda natukene sellist avatust, mis tegelikult on maailmas väga oluline, eriti kristlastena, et Jeesus armastab meid kõiki ja me saame olla üks Kristuse ihu.
Thank you very much. Ma meelitan oma esimest külaskäisku Eestisse 30 aastat tagasi, kui mina ja veel üks vend saabusime Balti jaama, oli seal grupp noori inimesi meid ootamas. Nad laulsid ja neil olid meelililled. Selle vastuvõttu soojus püüdatas mind hingepõhjani ja ma pole sedagi kunagi unustanud. Praegu me oleme hoopis teises ajas, kuid kas meis on ikka veel alles see soov, et minna välja oma mugavustsoonist, et saaksime täita oma igatsuses osaduse järgi teiste inimestega. See aitab meil mõista meie kutsumust, mis on suurem kui see, mida on võimalik silmaga näha. You have already received on your app the letter Hoping Beyond All Hope, which has been written for this meeting and those that will follow in the coming year. During these days, you will explore different aspects of this theme together. At a time where we can be easily discouraged by what we see in the world and in society, are we ready to listen to each other and discover what has been placed in the heart of each person? To write this letter, I spent much time listening to young people who live in war zones, I was struck by their courage and resilience. Many of those I spoke to told me how important their faith was, faced with the harsh realities of their existence. Faith, which is a simple trust in God's love, and which understands, through the resurrection of Jesus, that death and suffering will never have the last word. These young people shared their hope, a hope that is beyond all hope, because it counts on new life arising where everything seems lost. We heard the Magnificat, the song of Mary, the mother of Jesus, during prayer this evening. A young woman, she was confronted with a situation that she had never imagined. Living in an occupied country, she understood the importance of faith in God and was able to say yes to what God asked of her. She visited her cousin Elizabeth, who was also awaiting an improbable birth. Like Mary, each of us need people like Elizabeth who confirm what we understood about what God is asking of us, but hardly dared to believe. The confirmation of her cousin leads Mary to break out into her song of praise. She sees how God raises up the lowly and that the mighty will be removed from their thrones. Her vision is a world which, under the sign of God's merciful love, is a world of justice and peace where no one goes without. When I hear these words, then something in me dares to believe that situations can change and my hope is renewed. During these days, I would like to invite you to sing the Song of Mary. As you sing it, pray for situations to change. Let us remember people who live under oppressive regimes, but who long for justice and peace. I remember so well the singing revolution in 1991, which contributed to Estonia regaining its independence. So many of the young people I spoke with whilst preparing the letter told me of the importance of song in renewing their hope and giving them the courage to persevere. Because it takes courage to hope. In the letter, there is a quotation from the Peruvian theologian, Gustavo Gutierrez. He writes, "God will not forget the covenant. Loyalty is first and foremost memory. To have a memory is not to remain fixed in the past. Remembering yesterday is important, but it is important because it helps us stake our bets on tomorrow. We cannot forget the past, but we can look at it in order to build today and step by step construct our future. Is that not how God acts? Through the Holy Spirit, God is constantly at work in us and around us, transforming our hurts and crowning our joys. Let us not forget the past, but let us dare to hope beyond all hope."